Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Well, we do have the Yamaha. This is the PSR EW410. I reviewed this back in January of 2022, I believe. It's about a year ago. Anyways, it is on my channel. And yes, we are missing a music stand. I picked this up at Long McQuaid the other day, marked as, I think it was either demo or used, one of the two. Anyway, person who bought it, brought it back, and looks like they forgot to bring back the stand. So Long McQuaid ordered me a replacement, they call it a music rest, for your book. Anyway, so we're waiting for that to come in, obviously, and but in the meantime, I did get a discount off of it. Either way, it's like I saved 20 bucks. So normally it's a $600 keyboard in Canada, and of course you do get a sustain pedal with it. Normally a music rest, obviously. But I've also had the EW400, and that was a really great keyboard. And actually, our piano player at church has that one now. I had taken it back to Long McQuaid, and then she bought it. But there are differences. When you take a first glance at the two of them, you're not going to be able to tell them apart unless you know what you're looking for. One of the things you are definitely looking for is the arrangement of voice, style, song, creator groove, or groove creator. They would be on the opposite flip on the 400. Plus there's other things too, little things. It does have a lot more storage memory in it for recording your tracks, which is fantastic. So more record time, always a bonus. Yamaha also has a subwoofer that actually will connect to this one. I don't think it connects to the other one, but it definitely does to this one. Same back panel, really. You've got left and right line outs. One is a left mono. So you can hook direct into powered PA speakers, or go into a board with separate channels, or just a single. Whatever you want to kind of do, you can do with this thing. Great for live performing too, which is another benefit to this. So if you're doing coffee shop gigs, or even if you wanted to play this in church, the chances of you actually requiring an 88 key keyboard, even in church situations for playing, pretty much slim to none. So 76 keys is more than enough. And you have more than enough octaves to work with as well, which is kind of nice for as far as even a comfortable playing position. You know, I mean, starting out a G chord here, you know, I'm sitting a little off to the side, but, you know, it's got it there, and your lower ends, you know, it's fantastic. So I was looking actually for more like a keyboard that would just go on my desk, right? Now, I did swear off getting another piano again when I got rid of my 670 DGX. But one of the things that I'm venturing into is, as a guitar player, the majority of us out there, believe it or not, we don't know how to read sheet music. And not that we really need to, but if we want to become a better guitar player, like far better, then we need to know not only more theory, but we also need to know how to actually read music. And most guitar players, when you give them sheet music, they run. You know, it's kind of like drop, roll, gone! You know what I mean? And so that was one skill I was never actually taught. And, you know, so I'm fortunate enough that my pastor that we have at our church, he's not just a guitar player, but he also knows how to read music, which is fantastic. So he's going to teach me how to read music, and there are things that I know how to do that he doesn't know how to do on guitar, and vice versa. So we're going to have fun jamming together once a week and that sort of thing. At the same time, I am actually going to finally learn how to read music. And the bonus to this too is he said that it's easier to teach a person how to read music by using a piano, right? So it's actually going to make me a better piano player too. You know, I mean, I do have books. I've been teaching myself for a long time, you know, but I have a lot of limitations, right? And of course, trying to remember a lot of stuff too. I mean, I have a lot to remember on guitar as it is. So when you throw piano into the mix, and you know, plus I'm playing cajon and guitar now, even at church. You know, so trying to track that beat on the cajon with the kick pedal, and all that all at once, it's kind of like, yeah, well, you know, maybe we'll just forget piano, right? But now we can't. But I couldn't find anything that I would consider to be a suitable keyboard for on my desk with, so that I could keep my real estate of space in here. So I saw this on the wall and I thought, well, if I'm going to buy a keyboard, I want 76 keys at least, you know, and I don't want to go back into, because I did have the opportunity, I could have got my DGX 670 back, no problem, 88 keys, very beautiful keyboard. I do kind of miss it a little bit sometimes, but it did have to go. There were many reasons for that, one of which is not even just not even playing it hardly anymore. So it's kind of like, why let it sit around and collect dust when I can turn it into money and get other things too. So, and a few other things. But for $600 Canadian, this is definitely a worthwhile keyboard to look at, whether you're a beginner or an intermediate player, or whether you want something that, even if you're a more professional kind of player and you just want something to go to the beach with, for example. This thing can run on batteries or a power supply. You have the benefits of both. Even if you're doing like coffee shop gigs and stuff, and maybe you're limited on hydro plug-ins, that other benefit of running on batteries, you can easily get through the night playing just on batteries. You know, you might want to bring a second set of batteries in your pocket, but probably won't need them. There are a lot more sounds, by the way, and effects and DSP effects and all that, also in the EW410 over the 400. So that is yet another benefit to this keyboard. You are getting a lot more packed into this thing, even more beats and all that sort of thing. You just get a whole lot more of everything, right? Now it is the same, like I said, the casing, exactly the same speakers, same layouts. It's like I said, when you look at a 400 and a 410, unless you know that you're looking specifically mainly for this pad here, you would not be able to tell them apart. So that's kind of a neat little thing there. I still have the pitch bend, which is kind of a neat little fun thing. Transposing is just touch the button and then just run the dial up or down, up to 12 steps positive, 12 steps negative type of thing. So let's say we want to go for like -5. And it'll still stay on the transpose here on screen. So let's go +1. Now, transposing is kind of like using a capo on a guitar, where, you know, you're playing you got a song and it's like, oh man, I don't know how to do that chord. Well, you know, like, so if you need to go to A flat, you can transpose to A flat, still play your G, same as we do on a guitar. On a guitar, we put the capo on the 1st fret, and then we do a G formation chord, and that becomes A flat, because G sharp is actually A flat. So if you think about sharps, majors, flats, it's not that hard to figure out. Okay. Now there are keyboards out there that do not give you up to 12 steps up and down, and I highly doubt you would actually need to go either way on 12, but you never know. So there's -12 here. So you are playing the same formations, but you are playing different or more advanced chords without having to know them too, which is kind of like the bonus I like. Because right now I only know a certain amount of chords. If we go +12, you know, and then of course we go back to 0 when we get there. Okay. Now, if you at any time you want to change like a different voice or whatever, you can just press the voice button. Takes away the transpose. You go back to voice, and then you want to pick a different voice. There's what's called cool organ. And the keyboard does have touch response. Default from Yamaha is actually medium, so you got like low, medium, and hard. But a medium is nice because it's kind of like it's not too quiet, but it's not too loud. But you can also, you know, hammer into the keys too, especially on the piano portion here. I'll just show you here. One touch back to the grand piano. Okay, so pretty simplistic. It's really not hard. You can also go by categories too, right? Like push the button once from there, you're on sound 11, which is Cool Galaxy. Not every sound, by the way, can use the pitch bender. Some don't. But now in this category, we can, you know, go through a few different things. And we can just keep rolling the dial, or we can punch in numbers too. The manuals do come with a list of every single effect in here and exactly where they are. So if you wanted to push in, like, say, 724, that's going to be wind. Right? 725, whoops. 725, stream. 726, bubble. But you hold down the sustain pedal and you can build stuff together too, to a certain point. As far as beats go, you know, so this is Brit Rock, happy 8-beat. Add fills, A to B, etc. You have this thing set up for synchro start accompaniment. You can also do the accompaniment thing. Okay, so let's go back to the piano. All kinds of fun. Dual voice. So a little bit of strings there. You also have, of course, splitting. So now you got like a bass kind of thing here, and then you got your keyboard and your strings. So now if you want to get out of all this stuff, the fastest way would be just turn the power off and turn the power back on. It resets everything back to as if you've done nothing. Okay, so then you're like straight back onto the piano. That's the easy escape. Okay, you also have a metronome on here, tap tempo, melody suppressor, quick sampling area. So it does offer you a lot. So anyway, bottom line is, if you're looking for a good beginner to intermediate level piano for sure in those two areas, even like I said, you can use this. You can play in church with this thing. You can play in the beach. You can play coffee shops. Your local Legion. Go to the beach, man. Like, throw some batteries in her and go to the beach and play and have fun. Now, there is no microphone input on this thing, so that's one thing you don't get. So you can't sing and play through the speakers, which, yep, I gotta agree, kind of sucks, right? Not all keyboards have that microphone feature. Some do, some don't. Kind of varies. So if you need that feature, probably wouldn't want to look at this piano for that. But there are lots of other ways around it with portable battery-powered amps and whatnot, so you'd be good either way, depending what you want to do. So, but for a learning tool, if you're a guitar player like myself and you want to learn how to read music, apparently it is definitely easier to learn it on piano. And you can actually become a piano player out of the whole thing either way. I'm sure you could learn how to read music without having to have a piano, but it is easier this way. I've talked to a few other people about it too, and they definitely agree the same thing. If you want to learn how to read music, you're best off to have a piano to do that with, and you know, you can do it on your own through books, or you can get somebody to help you out, whatever. And you'll become a better guitar player, and you'll also learn how to play piano at the same time and become a better piano player than what you may presently are. Or maybe if you don't even know how to play, well, you're gonna know how to play by the time you're done. So I've been teaching myself for years, and for piano, and you know, I know a few chords, but there's a lot I don't know, and I'm looking forward to knowing a lot more, and looking forward to becoming an even better guitar player for being able to read music, because it'd definitely be handy. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got for you guys on this video. So if you're looking for something like this, when you buy them brand new, obviously you will get the music rest with it. You don't get stands. Stands are always going to be an extra for about 99% of everything you buy out there for keyboards. But it is not that bad for weight. You can tuck it under your arm and carry it. It is not that heavy, but it's not overly light either. But I would think that you shouldn't have too much of a problem carrying this under your arm. It's not that bad. Okay, it's not like my Behemoth DGX, where that's like a two-person thing to carry that thing around. That thing was monstrous. But yeah, so I think we're pretty much done here. I will have some more videos obviously coming on this one, because it does have more to offer than the 400, and I only did a certain amount on the review. And as I learn more about these new features too, of course I'm going to share them with you guys on videos. They will be specific videos just geared to that area, you know. This way it just makes it simpler, right? Because otherwise we'd be here for like 20 hours or something, right? But anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll definitely catch you on the next one. See ya.